Do not touch my new driver.
Okay, so there's been a lot of backlash about this Good ad, and for good reason. It is a terrible ad. And it's a terrible ad for 3 reasons. First, the cultural judgment was just shockingly poor. Now, in many ways, I kind of blame Callaway more for this than Good. Good came out of YouTube. Their institutional muscle is attention, push boundaries, make something people will watch, be memorable. And I can understand how a bunch of YouTubers got into a room thinking this is edgy and funny and nobody pumps the brakes. What I can't understand is how it gets through Callaway. Callaway is a huge, polished consumer brand. Their institutional muscle is supposed to include brand judgment. Women now make up 28% of all golfers. They're one of golf's biggest growth markets. Second, the premise wasn't bad if it was actually executed on correctly. Good said this ad was supposed to be a parody on the movie Obsession, which is why it was so menacing. That was intentional. Obsession is a horror movie. But if you've never seen Obsession, this ad just doesn't make sense at all. It's just menacing for no reason to the viewer. If the underlying creative premise was this driver is so desirable that people become irrationally obsessed with it, you could have had the entire Good crew fighting over it in an absurd WWE-style scrum. You could have had someone sleeping with the driver or have the guys trying to steal it from one another. There are 100 ways to communicate irrational obsession that are funny. Now, I don't think Garrett Clark or Good sat around thinking, let's make an ad celebrating violence against women. Of course they didn't. But marketing isn't judged exclusively on your intentions. It's judged on what you actually put out into the world. And finally, the ad doesn't give me a compelling reason to desire the product either. It doesn't explain why people are supposedly obsessed with it. Is it insanely long? Is it more forgiving? What's causing the obsession around the driver? Tell me what this ad is selling me. What's the one thing I'm supposed to remember other than a woman being shoved to the ground? I don't think Good or Callaway had malicious intentions, but good advertising requires more than just getting attention. You need cultural awareness. You need good creative judgment. And at some point, you still have to sell the damn product. And this ad missed on all 3.